One of the biggest traps I've seen on the spiritual path, not just for myself, but what I've seen in others, is the spiritual ego. If you're actually growing and evolving as a person, you definitely know what I'm talking about. The moment you become more aware than the average person, it's like your ego thinks you're something special just because you know something or you're aware of something that other people are not. Spiritual ego is different from regular ego. It's about that knowledge you have up here. It's not about flexing money, looks, or status. It's believing that you're more conscious, more aware, and more evolved than other people. And that's the scary part because it might actually be true. But even if it's true, so what? Think of it this way. If you're a gifted athlete, you already know that you're faster, stronger, and more talented than most people. It's not hard to notice when you're outperforming everyone else. You can be grateful while still recognizing that you're operating at a different level than everyone else. Spiritual growth can feel the same way, except it can be impossible to show or prove because there are some things that science simply can't measure, and most people don't believe in spirituality. A lot of experiences can't be explained or proven. That's what makes it unique. Some things you just perceive, feel, and become more aware of through experience and gnosis. That creates a dangerous situation where nobody can really verify what you're saying. That's why a spiritual ego can get out of control so easily, and why I don't really get into the spiritual stuff with most people anymore because they don't get it. And that's good. That's fine because not everyone's meant to understand it. Me and some of my spiritual homies have to constantly check each other on this because no matter how much you know, no matter how much you've grown, no matter how aware or conscious you are, the ego is always looking for a way back in. It'll take your spiritual progress and turn it into another identity. I'm also not telling you guys to disregard the ego. You just have to be aware of it. Because that's one thing that I don't agree with. You can still be spiritual and have your ego. It doesn't need to be discarded or lowered because we need our ego. That's our identity. That's who we are as humans. I don't think having massive self-belief or a huge ego is necessarily the problem because I have that because of everything I've been through and experienced. I've survived a lot of stuff in my life, so why wouldn't I have a huge ego and think I can do anything and have this huge delusional self-belief in myself? Limited beliefs are there for a reason, to stop you from doing what you want to do with your life. But me, I've removed those. I don't have any limited beliefs. That's why other people will look at me like I'm crazy or delusional because I do whatever I want to do with my life because I believe I can. That's what confidence is. And this also attributes directly to your ability to manifest. If you have delusional self-belief that you can do anything in the world, that's going to help your ability to manifest everything because you're already living in the end. You believe that you can achieve it, have accomplished it, or done it. So having that huge ego actually helps and improves your ability to manifest things you want in your life. The problem that I have is when that confidence or that ego turns into looking down on other people or judging other people because I'm guilty of that. I'm pretty good at reading people off first impressions, but I'm also terrible at letting that first impression dictate how I treat someone. So that's why I believe we need ego. The goal isn't to think less of yourself. The goal is to actually have that delusional self-confidence and belief in yourself without needing to look down and think less of other people.